Hey guys, so we're heading into spring, and if you're a buyer or a seller in the near future, whether you're in the Wilsonville area, Portland metro area, or Salem area, these market reports are going to be more and more important to you to look at. The market changes all the time, and more recently, how real estate agents are going to do in business in the future is changing as well. So you want to be going into a sale or a purchase having more knowledge than the other sellers and buyers out there. Now, why is that? Because you will be able to make better and smarter financial decisions, which in turn is going to get you more money at the end of all of this. For those of you that don't know me yet, my name is Joe Skipper, and I'm the owner of Skipper Realty Group, brokered by EXP Realty out of Oregon. And today we're going to go into some of the stats and the trends in the local housing market here in Oregon, and more specifically, Wilsonville and the Portland metro area. Now, I know for some of you this may not be your specific area and you want to pass on this video, but just hear me out, because the stats here today are going to help you in general with what may be going on in your particular market. And on that note, if you do want to know what's going on in your market specifically, give me a call and we can chat about your area. Also, my friend and lender, Paul Robinson, is back on with us today to talk about some mortgage topics and some tips on that side of the home sales process. He's a mortgage broker and owner of Greater Oregon Mortgage Company, and has helped lots of my family and friends get into homes that they want, even when it didn't look like it was going to be possible. He goes over all sorts of tips and tricks and advice for those that are looking to buy in this market in particular, so stay tuned to hear what he has to say. And if you haven't already, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Also, if you want to stay up to date with the latest on the housing market so that you can make the best financial decisions for you and your family, then consider subscribing to this page. I put out content regularly so that you can be more successful, not only as a buyer and a seller on a personal level, but also as an investor as well. Now, on to the home stats for this month. Home prices went down year over year and down from last month as well. The median sold price for Wilsonville in February was $638,850. That price is about an 8% drop from last month and about a 7% drop from last year. We are seeing home prices start to stabilize, and though you will see fluctuations each month, we aren't seeing a crazy increase in prices recently. Now, if you're a buyer, in my opinion, this is the best time to get in if you can. As spring comes, more buyers are going to come in the market, and in turn, we should see prices increase on the homes, and that competition increases as well. And because pricing is much more complicated than in previous years, it's so important to have an agent and team with you to guide you in order to get the highest price for your home and sell it quickly. If you want to sell, or you want to know what your home is worth, comment "sell" below, and I'll send you one of our buyer's guides and set you up with an appointment to chat about your specific home. The inventory for Wilsonville in February decreased to 27 single-family homes. Now, as we head into the nicer weather, the pros are predicting that buyers are starting to come to grips with these rates and are starting to creep back into the housing market. Now, that's going to increase competition, but that doesn't mean you just increase the price on your place. You want to be smart about it and don't overthink that your home is so amazing and everyone is going to want to buy it. You got to price it right from the start in order to get the best sale possible for you. The median days on market went up to 57 days from 50 last year. 50 days is not bad for days on market, so don't freak out about it. It also depends on where you live. There are some cities and neighborhoods, if you want to get really detailed, that homes are selling in 4 to 5 days. But still, 50 days in Wilsonville isn't nuts and indicates a more normal market. Now, I'll keep an eye on this though as we head into spring to see if homes are sitting longer and longer, or if we start to see that number drop as the weather gets nicer and buyers get to buying. So that's what I have for you, but I'm going to pass it along to Paul for some mortgage information from him. So take it away, Paul.
Hey, thanks, Joe. This is Paul Robinson, owner and loan officer of Greater Oregon Mortgage Company. We're a mortgage brokerage that's licensed to lend in the states of Oregon and Washington, and my NMLS number is 235238. Wanted to talk about FHA loans. I'm seeing them fill some good spots where a borrower or borrowers are looking to purchase a property. They're trying to use conventional, but they can't quite get there with conventional. In some cases, I'm seeing FHA is giving them an approval and getting people into homes that, again, Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are not allowing. So why is this the case? Why, in some cases, is FHA allowing borrowers to get into homes where Fannie and Freddie aren't? Well, a lot of different reasons, but some of them have to do with debt-to-income ratio. FHA commonly allows for a higher debt-to-income ratio. FHA is not as sensitive to credit scores. They allow for lower scores or moderate scores, and they won't have add-ons that increase your rate as much. Also, typically, FHA interest rates are lower than Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac. And another big one that happened in March of 2023 was FHA lowered their monthly mortgage insurance, and they lowered it significantly. So what that did is it made the monthly payment much more, just more competitive. FHA also allows for a single-family residence to be purchased, but all the way up to a four unit, so a quadplex. And the other interesting thing is that it does have to be your primary residence. That's one of the things they do require. But the other units that you don't occupy, whatever the estimated rents are that the appraiser states that they will be, you can actually use those for qualifying. So even though you don't own the property yet, even though you don't have a renter in there yet, those estimated rents can help you qualify to purchase the property. Another very interesting difference in FHA is that their appraisal can be used for conventional conventional loan programs. So if someone starts out with an FHA loan and they're like, gosh, I'm not totally sure, once we get all the information back, we might be able to go Fannie and Freddie. It might be a better option. If you start with FHA, that appraisal can be used for FHA if that's where you choose to stay, or if the numbers make more sense and you're going to go Fannie or Freddie, that appraisal can be used for Fannie and Freddie products for the conventional programs. However, it doesn't go the other way. You can't start with a Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac conventional program and use the appraisal that they require, and it will not be able to be used for FHA. And my understanding is that has to do with the level of certification that the appraisers are required. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac appraisers have a lower level or a lower threshold to qualify to do those appraisals. So that's the primary reason. But it's interesting how that is only a one-way street. So in today's market, with everything that's happening, it is worth looking at FHA if Fannie and Freddie is not quite getting you there.
So those are the stats for this March, guys and gals. If you guys are looking to buy or sell in the next year, comment buy or sell below, and I'm gonna send you one of our guides for free so that you can be up to date on what it's like to list and to buy in today's Oregon housing market. The market is changing rapidly, so having an expert to guide you through it's gonna be one of the best choices that you guys will make. Also, don't forget to subscribe and like this page so that you can stay up to date on the market here in Oregon. Thanks, guys.